Rho Hai Hyung. Okay, finally one for the second dans of the Dojang. Rho Hai Hyung. Very, very dynamic form. A lot of jumps, a lot of one leg stances, but a little different than Jindo in that you don't really hold those stances too long. The form is done quickly. It's a Wagyu style form, and it's nice and snappy with these techniques. It's not a long form, kind of a form you can kind of hammer out a couple times, and it doesn't take up much space. So for at home practice, it's not too bad. Opening movements of the form after the Rho Hai Hyung, hands and fingertips at eye level, and the fingers are maybe about a foot away from your nose. The technique for the first move starts over the head in a small curve. Master Cloth says the French curve, so it starts off small and it gets bigger, until that first technique is fully exploded out there with the low sudo. Second low sudo, palm is up on the left hand. Coming into the head strike, the first head strike, both feet are touching the floor, hands on hips, your head's kind of tilted down, striking with the top of your forehead. On the second head strike, you're going to look up, reach out, and hop into it and land on your right leg only. And then right off that head strike, you're going to bounce right back onto that left leg with the double open hand blocks, the crane blocks. The following knife hand, hands collapse together. We've talked about this in class. Hands kind of collapse together and shoots out to that knife hand strike, and the double punch follows right after. Next technique to the left, 45 degrees, low block, front stance, reverse high punch back stance, hopping back on the same crane block with your left leg, step forward, knife hand, punch, same sequence as the first line. Looking to the middle, you're gonna bring the foot up, slap the bottom of your foot, grab it, and make that downward punch. Hand is on a 45-degree angle to the floor. It's actually to your body, punching down to the floor. Eyes focus downward, and your back is as straight as possible, and the stance is low to get that punch low. You're not gonna hunch over the shoulders and lean down. You want the stance to be low so that the punch can get low. That's your board break for your third dan testing. Looking up from there, hopping back, bring the left leg in, and then bring it right back to the double block, and then right into the knife hand, and no stepping forward this time, punch. Again, quick, snappy techniques, one right after the other. And then these are the movements coming back, pull the feet together, kicking like boss side. The only difference is after the C punch is done in a back stance after your kicks. So crescent kick, make that double, not really a C punch, that blocking and punching motion. That's done in a back stance 2 times. Look back from there, drop down, making the uppercut strike, and then the characteristic jump at the end of Rho Hai. Bring the hands, swing them up, frame right hand on top before you land. First sudo, feet land together, key up on the first one, and then step back, retreat, the low sudo with the second key up. So double key up on the end of this form. Again, short form, dynamic form. Should have a good chance to show some skill in this form because at second dan level, that's kind of what we want to see. Okay, so good practice and Tongsu.